was beneath our feet.
Field log, Thomas Mercer. I thought of an old Boris Karloff movie. Not because the place looked frightening, because standing at the doorway seemed so like a film I'd once watched.
Just one more room, that's what we said. Just one more room before we headed back. Then one more stairway, one more look beyond. Just one more room until the daylight had gone. Our footsteps carried far ahead. Thomas vanished round a corner, then called for me to come and look. There wasn't a chair out of place, not a table pushed aside. The dust belonged to the jungle, not the city we were inside. The door stood open near a landing, as though the day had only just ended. Though neither of us could imagine who the room had been designed for. That's what we said. Just one more room before we headed back. Then one more stairway, one more look beyond. Just one more room until the daylight had gone.
A railing followed every stairway, set a little higher than expected. I reached for it without thinking, and missed by several inches.
Thomas ran a hand across a carving, then stood there lost in thought. He was smiling and didn't know it, which made me smile a little too.
Field log, Thomas Mercer. It made me think of all those stories people see on TV when they are young.
Horsill Common really wasn't this large. That's what we said. Just one more room before we headed back. Then one more stairway, one more look beyond. Just one more room until the daylight had gone. Laughed and shook his head, still looking out across the city. I asked him what was funny.
I don't know where to start.
And for a moment I'd forgotten where we'd spent the night. Then I remembered the city above us, the city below us, and every direction in between.
Eleanor, I can't believe my eyes.
The height of doors, the width of streets, the way the towers climb from sight. We spent the day trying to understand it, and by evening we understood less. Rose beyond a landing, then another after that. Every balcony revealed a district larger than the one before. By midday I'd stopped guessing what waited round the next turn. Every time I thought I'd found the edge,
the city carried on. Look at the scale of this.
As though it had been waiting thousands of years. The height of doors, the width of streets, the way the towers climb from sight. We spent the day trying to understand it, and by evening we understood less. Always promised walking plans. Nobody warned me about the quiet ones. Thomas laughed when I said it, then pointed toward another avenue.
And once again, the city became larger. This shouldn't be here.
above our heads.
7 entrances.
The far side stayed in darkness, no matter where we stood. My torch could find the floor below, but nothing more than that. We stood there for a long time, trying to take it in. The far side stayed in darkness, no matter where we stood. The chamber appeared below us long before we reached the floor. My torch barely touched it. The light simply disappeared. I threw a stone across the chamber. I never heard it land. By the time we'd reached the middle, I couldn't find the entrance anymore.
This isn't a district.
We crossed the center sometime later, or what I assumed was the center. The stone beneath us changed, though I didn't notice it at first. A thin line traced the floor ahead where there hadn't been one before. It followed the avenue away from us until it vanished from sight. The far side stayed in darkness, no matter where we stood. My torch could find the floor below, but nothing more than that. We stood there for a long time, trying to take it in. The far side stayed in darkness, no matter where we stood. A rumbling tone sounded somewhere distant, soft enough to miss the first time. Then another farther away, somewhere beyond our sight. Both of us wondered what it was. The city looked exactly the same, but the walk back felt longer than the walk there had been.
Did you hear that? It sounds like a mechanism. We reached camp after a tiring trek, and far beyond anywhere we'd walked, a line of lights appeared, one after another, illuminating a part of the city we'd never seen. out by evening.
We should have seen daylight by then. We should have seen the sky. Another stairway, another landing, another level passing by. We should have seen daylight by then. That's what stayed on my mind. Districts looked familiar. The same broad halls, the same stonework, the same impossible proportions. But lights lit up the avenues we'd never walked before. Thin lines stretching far beyond the edge of our map.
We never saw those before. They aren't on the map.
Nothing seemed to fit the city around us. I checked my watch 5 separate times, it never helped. I'd been expecting sunlight for hours. I kept looking upward at every landing. We should have seen daylight by then. We should have seen the sky. Another stairway, another landing, another level passing by. We should have seen daylight by then. That's what stayed on my mind. Balcony near evening, one we'd never noticed before. The view stretched farther than the last time. Light scattered through the distance. I remember standing there, trying to calculate the food. Not because we were frightened, because it seemed sensible.
I don't understand. We should have reached it by now.
That night I wrote the date beside the food we had left, then listened to distant tones moving somewhere through the city. Diddy, 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 diddy. watched him draw the final mark, then put the cap back on.
Field log, day 14. No accessible route to surface identified. Search radius increasing.
We stopped talking about tomorrow, somewhere around the 14th day. Stopped pointing at routes on the map and saying we'd try them again. The water mattered more than maps for the first time since we'd arrived. We stopped talking about tomorrow and started thinking how to survive. I knew exactly what remained without checking anymore. The bottles lined beside the packs were fewer than before. I caught myself counting mouthfuls instead of counting distance home. That bothered me far more than anything I'd known.
Field log, current water reserves insufficient. Priority revised. Search to continue tomorrow.
We passed the building every day without once changing course. Thomas couldn't remember marking it on any of the maps. The towers always drew attention, the avenues did too. By the 14th day, a doorway was enough. We stopped talking about tomorrow, somewhere around the 14th day. I'd be losing track of the days. We stopped pointing at routes on the map and saying we'd try them again. The water now mattered more than maps for the first time since we'd arrived. Stopped talking about tomorrow and started thinking how to survive. That evening, Thomas folded up the map before we dim out lanterns. The first time since we'd arrived. I'd seen him leave it alone on the walk back to our camp. We finally stepped inside a doorway we'd ignored for 2 weeks without a second thought. The corridor was short, perhaps 20 paces long. The air felt cold and near the end, and anywhere we'd been, then the floor simply ended, and the corridor became a shoreline.
Field log, day 14. Structure surveyed. Water source confirmed.
We stopped talking about tomorrow, somewhere around the 14th day. Stopped pointing at routes on the map and saying we'd try them again. The water mattered more than maps for the first time since we'd arrived. We stopped talking about tomorrow and started thinking how to survive. realized how thirsty I'd become, cold enough to catch my breath. I sat beside the shoreline with a bottle resting on my knee. My stomach chose that moment to remind me it still existed.
I spent 2 weeks looking for a way out. Today I spent most of the day looking at a lake.
We stopped carrying everything. Wherever we went, the spare batteries stayed behind, beside the water. We stopped carrying everything, not because we'd stopped exploring, because we'd stopped expecting to leave tomorrow. The shoreline curved away beside us, farther than our lights could reach. There were steps cut into the stone, leading down into the water. Small lights followed them below the surface, descending deeper than I could see. I stood there wondering why they were there, watching them disappear.
I've been trying to estimate the size of the lake. I stopped after the 3rd hour.
We chose a place above the shoreline and moved part of our supplies. The first things we'd unpacked without planning to pack again. Thomas marked our map that evening, and I settled down and into his arms to sleep with dreams about leaving and what we would do for food. We stopped carrying everything. Wherever we went, the spare batteries stayed behind, beside the water. We stopped carrying everything, not because we'd stopped exploring, because we'd stopped expecting to leave tomorrow.
Stretched beyond the torchlight. The far shore never appeared. There were more stairways farther along, waiting beneath the surface.
Thomas chose one for tomorrow, then another just in case. Neither of us mentioned food, though we both knew tomorrow would.
I checked all the separate stairways. All of them continue below the water. It seems this space was flooded.
disappear. We'd find another exit before food became the problem. The lake solved one part of it, the rest remained unchanged. I found myself thinking about food more often than I wanted to.
The stairway ended, the corridor didn't.
The sky once more. Instead I found a fungus growing beneath the lights. I carried it back to the Lakeside Camp and hoped that I was right. Hidden at first glance, I knew it was fungal immediately. I didn't need a second look. It followed the lightning strips, not the stones surrounding them. Colony ended at exactly the same point. I broke a piece away and turned it over in my hand. There were no markings I recognized, no patterns I could name. The more closely I examined it, the less familiar it became.
Eleanor says it's probably safe. The word probably is doing a lot of work. I really miss takeaway food.
We both wanted a doorway. We both wanted a road. We both wanted to leave this place and see the sky once more. Instead I found a fungus growing beneath the lights. I carried it back to the Lakeside Camp and hoped that I was right. I scraped a sample from the wall and carried it back to the lake. Thomas spent the evening contemplating hunger. I spent mine studying fungus. The lantern burned lower, nearing the last of our fuel.
I asked whether she'd seen anything like it before. The answer was nowhere else on earth.
The sample sat beside the lantern while the lake reflected the lights. I looked at one, then
decided to eat the fungus. Fungus, 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 fungus.
Belonged somewhere. Every wave arrived on time. Nothing drifted, nothing wandered, nothing fell out of line. Blue light crossed the city, then vanished from sight. We could never quite define. The pulses arrived from every direction, rolling through the city below. Some were slow, others moved more quickly, yet none collided, none were delayed. Everything worked together as though it shared the same mind.
The energy appears organic.
Its behavior does not. We spent the evening by the water, watching blue waves disappear below. The lake accepted everyone could not follow.
We've been calling it a city.
I don't think it is.
I think it's an engine. Persistent biological variance detected.
Classification unresolved.
Observation period extended.